constantly amazed at the adventure that is science. The amazing things that we, as a species, as the human race, have been able to figure out over the last few bits of time in our existence as a species. Everything from a little spark of a flame ballooning out into something like the discovery of fire, probably one of the earliest science experiments. And that little spark ballooning out into something a little more substantial, something like, say, the discovery of electricity, and refining that flame into something a little more complex, building it out to something larger, taking ideas about what we think about the world and how we think the world works, and figuring out that sometimes it did work out that way, and sometimes it just ain't so. Having interesting accidents, discovering things that way. We've delved into the world of the cellular, down into individual cells. If you look at your hand, there are trillions and trillions of little things like this. You can read some blood cells and plant cells, neurons in the brain. So looking inside cells themselves, finding the building blocks of life. In this case, DNA, the code of life. What makes you different from you, and me different from you guys over here, and us as a species, as human beings, different from fruit flies and dinosaurs and chimpanzees. We've looked at how we become who we are as a species, as other species on Earth, in the not too distant future and in the very distant future. We've soared through the air at various speeds into space and to the worlds beyond. We've gone to the highest points of our planet and the lowest depths as well. And we've turned something like this little bit of electricity, a light bulb, a bit of energy, into something even more refined. We've split the atom, created energy that requires very little fuel. Now you might think this is a picture of some beautiful galaxy. This is actually one of the latest achievements, I think, one of the latest scientific achievements of the human race. That's the information. What you're looking at here is a map of the internet, or the major parts of the internet. To be able to have all of that in the palm of your hand. What an amazing age we live in. So I think in terms of science, the world of science is, in a way, it's procedures and hypotheses and conclusions and math and so on and so forth. But in another way, I was judging when I was judging the science fair, the Canada-wide science fair a couple of years ago, I remember thinking about all of that and talking to some of the people in my judging group and saying how excited I was to see all of the innovation and ideas and creativity in a lot of these projects. And someone said, well, we've got to mark these on the marking scheme we've got here. We've got to stick to that plan and assign this mark to this and this number of marks. And to an extent, that person was right. But to another extent, there's so many things about the world of science and scientific discovery that you can't assign points to, that you can't give an equation for. There are so many things, I think, that science is about, that science is, as I've seen it, as a science journalist, a science writer, looking at all sorts of different scientists and their work over the last few years. And I do that every week. There are so many things that you can't assign a value to, that science is. And I want to look at 5 of those things in the next few minutes with you guys. First of all, science is exciting. I should say that loud. Science is exciting! How many people think science is exciting, first of all? You guys probably do. Okay, I was hoping you would clap and make lots of noise. Okay, science is exciting. You can feel free to do that at any point. Here's some examples. This is a computer graphic demonstration of the asteroid impact that probably killed the dinosaurs. Now, if you were one of these creatures over here and you saw this coming towards you, you're probably not going to be having a good start to your day, unfortunately.